Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. Alright, today we are finally starting our first route. After a long prologue, we can now select our story. Choose your fighter. Select the man you wish to date. So we're gonna start off with Tokisada. We're going against the recommended route. Once again, if you wanted the recommended route, suggests that you start with Riku, but I'm more curious about Tokisada at the moment, so let's start his route. Sorry for the voice I give him too. If any romantic dialogue comes up, yeah, I gave him a funny nasally voice, which actually helps me out because for some reason that voice is more natural to me. Alright, the boy and the sea. You know I'm gonna die when I do Kuroba's route. My throat's gonna get totally jacked up. Alright, let's learn about the boy in the sea. Yes, I've completed the delivery! Alright, Byakuya is a post woman now. Oh, Daifuku's with us.
Congratulations, Hime!
To be honest, I'm glad my first delivery was here. At least I know where things are. Right, her first letter was with the yellow. Next. Daifuku peeked his head out of my bag, and I rubbed it gently while I pondered. I should look for my husband now, right? Alright, we're still looking.
Right.
But before that, I should probably go to Yomi again, don't you think? I mean, there could be more letters waiting for me. You're not gonna check it once a day? Are you gonna be all excited and be like, I gotta check it multiple times a day? I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just that I want to make sure I do my best job I can on my first day. Too bad. Looks like there's no letters. Yeah, you just gotta check it once a day. You just gotta be looking multiple times a day and hope something's different. I do that too. Yeah, okay, I do that too. Especially with YouTube comments or something, I'll keep checking my notifications and be like, there's nothing there. So gotta wait a bit.
It's only because he just started.
I'd like to advertise my services, but like Yosoga said, there's no telling what people would think of it in the beginning. I guess I just have to take this one step at a time. I'll post some signs later on. Daifuku, why don't we get something to eat while we're... Oh, and then husband showed up. Ah, sis, welcome back. Oh? All done with your deliveries? Yes, it was to the yellow district, so it was easy. Then how about we celebrate with some mint chocolate ice cream? It's on me. But... We have to celebrate. No need to be shy. It'll be a way for us to toast this new beginning. I was worried about whether you'd come back safely, too. Really? Well, if that's the case, then I guess I'll take you up on your offer. You know, Daifuku, you're lucky you were rescued by someone so kind. Tokisada gently rubbed Daifuku's back.
Yes, and I have Lady Amaterasu to thank.
So where did you find him? Did he just wander into Lord Doma's manor? I set my spoon down on the table as I recalled what happened. I'll never forget that day. I was just returning from my ritual. All that dancing made me hungry, and I started craving sweets in particular. I got myself a Daifuku rice cake to enjoy while looking out at Tenguu Island from my balcony when... I saw a little white Daifuku nibbling on the Daifuku I just bought. It's like, oh, little white round thing. You almost ate him. Maybe on accident. You probably would have noticed, picked it up, it's like, why is my Daifuku so hairy? So then you had 2 of them.
I am truly sorry. I hadn't had anything to eat for 3 days and nights, so...
Clearly he was starving. I couldn't find his owner anywhere nearby, so I just sort of ended up keeping him. Which is why I really appreciate Camellia for bringing us together. Daifuku climbed up onto my shoulder. How about you, Tokisada? How'd you end up meeting Paris? Huh? That's right. He's Daifuku's younger brother. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. He saved me. Saved you? What do you mean? When I first came here, I didn't know how to properly take a hot bath, so I just fainted. Were you alright? You didn't get hurt, did you? No, luckily I didn't bang my head on anything. I stayed in the bathtub too long, even after Yusuga warned me not to. That's when Paris found me unconscious and went to let Yusuga know. Oh, got your alert hamster. Can't forget your alert hamster when you take a bath. That's amazing. What a good mouse. He was there by my side the whole time, even after I woke up. He felt so loyal, so I asked Yusuga if I could keep him.
I only hope he isn't acting out of line while he's with Lord Tokisada.
Say, sis? Like Juliet, they're pretty smart, aren't they? It's like they understand what we're saying.
Yes, we do. We know what you're saying.
Ha ha ha, strange little hamsters. They're so cute, they just keep squeaking at us. You're right. Sometimes I feel like I'm actually communicating with Daifuku. You can tell that Camellia and Juliet seem to know what the other wants, too. Camellia isn't talking to herself, is she? Come to think of it, Tokisada and I stared at Daifuku.
We aren't like any common field mice, you know.
Daifuku puffed up and showed his tummy. He seemed really proud of himself. Yeah, I think they do know what we're saying. It's not just food words. Like with dogs, they just have special trigger words that you say, like treat, and they're like, huh? I think so too. Well, they're cute and fun to be around, so it doesn't matter much, to be honest. There's so many interesting things on this island for me to worry about them all. Really? Is this place so different from where you came from? Huh? He then looked down as if confused. You saw Lord again? Did he say anything about me? What do you think? Pretty creepy, right? I wonder what's bothering him. Is it what happened before he came here? Or is it because he's an outsider? I mean, being an outsider might be hard too. Although all the other outsiders we know are venerated as like leaders. But is he just like a regular guy? Like of the green? I feel like he might be discriminated against. I mean, Byakuya is technically at the top of the top, and she's discriminated against too for being different. I'm sorry, Tokisada. I shouldn't have asked you that. Huh? No. Well, it's not like you did anything wrong, so, don't worry. So, about what you just said. This island is different, but not in a bad way, really. After all, they have mint chocolate here. That's all that matters. You're right. I like it too. Yeah, we got discrimination, executions, but they have ice cream. I'm just glad that you're as much of a fan as I am, sis. It's my favorite now. I always thought ice cream only came in one flavor. There are lots more flavors, like matcha, black tea, coffee, strawberry, orange, lemon, passion fruit, and... Passion fruit? Are they like the flowers that grow around the Sundial Plaza? That's right. Did you know you can eat the fruit? They're really tart and delicious. Tokisada likes his sweets. Saw them in a book once, but I never seen them in real life. There are plenty growing on the trees near the beach. I never noticed. I'll look for them next time. I savored the last bite of my mint chocolate ice cream. I bet there's lots of delicious food that I haven't even seen yet. I heard that the chef here is known for being able to whip up all sorts of dishes. Why don't you ask him for something new? If that's the case, then I need to find out what they have. There weren't any sweets on Tenguu Island. Really? I wondered about that when you mentioned the stethoscope. Are the islands that different? Like Tenguu Island, like, seem like the women just live there in harmony, in nature, spinning cloth or something. Completely. My island had no electricity, no running water, and even the houses were made of piled stone. Okay, like that, not primitive, but I mean, yeah, they didn't subsist off technology. Oh, really? We didn't have electricity where I came from either, so maybe your island's like my homeland. We used paper lanterns and torches for light, and drew our water from wells. We had paper lanterns too! We also had oil lamps and paper candles and got our water from the river. I see. I think I have a good idea what it was like on Tenguu Island now. Oh, but I don't think one is better than the other, of course. It's just that the island I came from is my home. So it holds a special place in my heart. I understand what you mean. I also... Tokisada's voice and expression went dark. Ah, you're back. Hey, Yusoga. Been talking to Tokisada. Yes! Good work on your deliveries. I trust things went well. Yes, it was only to the Yellow District. I have to thank you again for preparing the letterbox. I'm glad to know that I could be of help. Let me know if you come up with anything interesting. There you are. Lord Tokisada, your bath is ready now. Huh? Oh, no. You're having such a nice chat. Don't worry about me. Enjoy your bath. Then I'll be going. See ya. Yes, see you. Tokisada looked back at me for a moment, then quickly walked away. I hope I did not intrude on anything. I'm sure he's fine. He did seem like you wanted to say something, though. Yeah, he got blocked. He got blocked by Yusoga and Camellia combined. Do you mind if I ask you about Tokisada? What about him? Just for the record, I'm only asking because I don't want to say anything rude in front of him. I took a breath before continuing. Tokisada is an outsider, right? Is it wrong to talk about that in front of him? I shared some details about what happened. Ah, I see. I am the owner of this bathhouse, so I have had a fair amount of time to speak with Tokisada. I have met many people in my line of work, and it is my belief that Tokisada is not a bad person. But he has a tendency to be distant, despite his friendliness. Distant. Distant may not be the right word. Let's say Kuroba and Camellia are having fun, joking with each other. Tokisada would listen in and laugh with them, but at a certain point he seems to withdraw. He's like a background character. He's like the background friend, the third wheel. Not because he looks down on either of them, but he seems to be confused about his place with them, whether he can laugh with them. For a moment I was confused by the meaning of his words. This is mere speculation beyond this point, but outsiders drifted here from a place we can only imagine. Perhaps he regrets leaving his homeland. I believe Kuroba and the others feel the same way. His homeland? Yeah, we kind of have like a vague idea where he came from. He came from, I'm assuming, like the same place and time period as Jigen. There seems to be differences in time periods about like when outsiders get delivered, per se. Because like we found that letter on the beach from like modern day Tokyo, and then we have like things from like Edo, Japan, or like people from Edo, Japan just drifting in. So his reaction back then was, I see. Well, Tokisada has never said himself that he wishes to return to the land beyond the ocean. So I think your concern about it may only worry him. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, we don't know what he left behind, so might have some regrets. Maybe he had family there. I stepped outside and heard some people laughing. The baths are so good for the skin, aren't they? They certainly are. I heard rumors that Lord Yosoga's water can do wonders on blemishes. I was doubtful at first, but now I'm a believer. The scars from my burns are hardly visible anymore. It's quite amazing. I can see why this place is so popular. My skin felt so nourished after taking a bath here. I departed Shikinjo, leaving behind the chatty women praising the bathhouse. Right, back to the surface. Tokisada came from beyond the ocean. As I sat in my hideout lost in thought, the sun was beginning to set behind the horizon. Gold and vermilion blended into the dusk that slowly stretched over the skies and the ocean. I shouldn't be surprised that he wants to go home. I mean, look at me. I usually spend all my time looking out at Tenguu Island too. Perhaps he regrets leaving his homeland. If he wants to go back, is there any way for Tokisada could return to his homeland? It was then that I noticed. Despite knowing outsiders, I really don't know much about them. Daifuku, I bet you want to return to Yomi sometimes too. I gently rubbed the white roundness looking up at me from inside my bag.
No, actually, I enjoy being with you, Hime. As for the outsiders, I'm not so sure.
Sis! Ah! Did I surprise you? Sorry about that. Did you run all the way here? It's fine. I was just thinking. I didn't expect to see you again today. I like walking along the beach here. I come to see if anything's drifted ashore. You mean shady people like me? I didn't say you were shady. Huh? Byakuya's looking for treasure. Maybe she'll find a man on the beach as well. I'm just kidding. Tokisada kicked the wet sand off the tip of his shoe. Then he stretched as he looked at the horizon. If only I could return to Amakusa. Perhaps he regrets leaving his homeland. Is that where you came from? Yep. Not that there's a way to return, though. All I could do is look from here. I can't even see it. Like, we can see Tenguu Island from here, but there's no other islands in the distance. A way to return. That island there is Tenguu Island, right? Don't you ever want to go back? Well, yes, I do want to go back. So why don't you? I heard the island's off limits, but can't you just row yourself back? You see those whirlpools out there? They keep people from going near the island. You need a special way to get there. I see. Tokisada's eyes narrowed as if he felt sorry for me, then kicked the sand again. That's right. Sis, I heard you're Doba of the Yellow's lover. He's a real powerful outsider, isn't he? Don't mention that bad rumor, Pad. Maybe he knows how I could return. You might ask him for me. Yeah, I don't think Doba wants to talk to us. Let me correct you on something. I am not Doma's lover. I am not his wife, and I am nothing else of the sort. But everyone says that. It's only a rumor. So, how is he related to you? He's my horrible guardian. Oh, you're so honest. Aren't you worried I'll tell Lord Doma about what you said? You wouldn't get angry about it. He isn't interested in anything to do with me. I wonder why he, accepted guardianship of Byakuya. I still don't know why. Why don't I ask Tsukiyomi about how you can return? That's right. He's an outsider too. You seem to be really close to Tsukiyomi. I've only introduced myself to him once. Well, he is about the only person I can call family now. I see. If you don't mind asking him, then... Now, I better get going. Don't stay out too late, sis. Yes, see you later. Oh, did we go back to Yomi? Oh, we're going back to Tsukiyomi. Okay, he's asking right away.
There is no way he can return to this world.
No way to return? Are you sure? His will is away, right? That was blunt. After Tokisada left, I decided to go down to Yomi. I wanted to let Tokisada know right away if there was a way for him to return. At least that's what I had hoped.
More precisely, I do not know where one would find themselves should they allow the waves to carry them away. You are aware of the great whirlpool at the far reaches of the ocean? It separates our world from the other side. With all the items you see drifting here, there is no doubt that our worlds are connected. Even so, if one did make it past the whirlpool, we cannot ascertain their whereabouts.
Hasn't there been anyone who's gone beyond the whirlpool and returned?
None that I know of.
I see. Tokisada's not gonna be happy about this. It's like, well, it's just like we don't know. And it's probably risky to try.
But I have seen countless corpses drift ashore.
I couldn't help but frown.
It is a testament to how rare it is for someone to wash ashore here alive. The outsiders are rare, indeed, and respected.
Tsukiyomi smiled and patted me on the head. But it is a pity that he can never return to his homeland. I bet he's going to be really sad to hear it.
I am certain he knows well enough that such a thing is impossible. After all, he did try to leave this island many times when he first arrived.
Huh? Okay, so he's like, attempted a few of those kinds of missions, huh? Oh, lucky he's still alive then.
No matter how far he swam, he would return to be swept back to shore.
That sounds scary. I always thought outsiders were like gods who were brought here. But you sound like you're all prisoners. I suddenly realized how heavy and ominous those words sounded. I'm sorry. That wasn't the right way to word it. After all, the outsiders are special to us.
If he really wishes to return, you can tell him to row a boat to the great whirlpool's edge and test his luck from there. Alone, of course.
I looked sternly at Tsukiyomi, knowing what he was implying. Was Byakuya gonna try to show him the way? You're telling me not to go, right?
You are a dear child of the white.
I know my color traits are rare and that I'm the only one remaining, but...
The waves bring forth what one seeks. I'm sure he was brought here for a very good reason.
He was fickle with his negativity and optimism. I still couldn't read him after all these years of knowing him. The more I listen, the stranger it sounds. But thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Daifuku.
Yes?
Daifuku popped his head out of my bag in response to Tsukiyomi's sudden call for him.
It must be Amaterasu's blessing that guided you to this dear child. Do your best to serve her with all your heart.
Absolutely. In the name of my clan.
Daifuku is family to me, so I'll take good care of him too.
Oh, Hime.
Back to the manor. Ah. I gaze out at the night ocean and breathe a heavy sigh. It won't be easy telling him that there's no way for him to return. Then again, I'm in the same situation. I can't go back even though I can see my homeland from here.
I am sure he was brought here for a very good reason.
I can only hope there's a good reason why the two of us were brought here. Alright, next chapter. Okay, these are a little bit shorter. Next chapter, suddenly. It'll probably ramp up. It'll probably get longer and longer and longer as we keep going. Okay, so I guess this is a good good time to take a little break. Got a little mystery. Got some mystery surrounding Tokisada and his identity as an outsider, and the fact that he wants to go back. A little sad. It makes you feel, yeah, just make you feel like we're all trapped on this island, this hell. And yeah, Tokisada is like attempted to go back, although I don't know how effective swimming would have been. And like at least try a raft or something. Okie doke. So yeah, we'll end things off here, and we'll continue Tokisada's route in the next episode. Bye-bye.